So I want to ask you a question about Nick Broomfield's documentary, Kurt and Courtney.
I'm in it.
You are in it. And Tom Grant and his decades-long struggle. I obviously, these are very personal people to you. I'm a former prosecutor. I know that the ability to make a homicide look like a suicide is almost all but impossible. But what is your take on that? Were they bottom feeding off of Kurt on this issue, or?
Yes. My one-liner, I write about it in some more detail in the book because I met Tom Grant once was enough, and
he's still tweeting about it.
He was a detective who has been spinning for all these years the conspiracy theory, and he gave me his reasons about why he thought this was very suspicious, and I said to him, don't you think the Seattle Police Department would investigate this? It's kind of front page news, and they're under a lot of scrutiny. And he said, "Oh, I know how police departments can be corrupted." So at that point, I stopped paying attention to him because that was, to me, absurd. The implication being that Courtney was somehow going to waltz into a Seattle police station and corrupt them. I don't think they would even let her into a police station, especially in those days. But I just feel that was enough for me, and combined with having seen him the week before and knowing the condition he was in, and I know Chris Novoselic shares this view, and I believe that that's just my unalterable opinion. So I still get tweets now, you're covering up a murder after all these years, you're a scumbag and all that. Like a new one came today, and people are in pain. It's so awful when someone kills themselves. For those of us in the music business, we just lost somebody last week, Gary Stewart, who was one of the most beautiful people that I ever met in the music business, and there is no answer to why some people kill themselves and others don't. No psychiatrist or rabbi or priest or yogi or philosopher has come up with it. They don't know why. And some people just react and turn their pain into something weird. If I remember, I was working for Albert Grossman when Janis Joplin died. But I was young. I didn't really know him that well. I only met him once or twice. And I was a huge Janis Joplin fan, and I was in the back of my mind thinking at that time, couldn't you have done something? And now I was wrong. You can't always do something. But I understand that people who are at a distance and in pain look for explanations and are vulnerable to bullshit artists. And there's a few hundred of them out there, and they tweet. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm supposed to pick. Okay, go. You.
Hi, my question follows up a little bit on the previous question. I was just wondering, since your ex-wife, Rosemary Carroll, also had a very different reaction originally to Kurt's death. What do you attribute that to?
I attribute that to Tom Grant being a liar, who taped her without her knowing it, and then edited the tape in a way to alter her feelings, and she has never ever said anything publicly to agree with him, but he took these edited tapes and put them on the internet, and people believe that that's her view, but she's never said that. And I interviewed her for the book again, and she's still, it's complete it's part of Tom Grant's crazy conspiracy theory to at a time of tremendous grief, after somebody that we loved very much had done this, and she was in a position of having to deal with things I didn't have to deal with legally, and had been asked by Courtney to meet with this guy. He taped all these conversations and then took a few things out of context and put them on the internet to make it seem like she agreed with the theory that, in my opinion, she does not agree with. She certainly never said a single word publicly to agree with that.